It's time to talk about boxing's next world champion, Jake Paul. Here we go.
Awesome.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and on Sunday, Jake Paul got into a boxing match with the one and only Tyrone Woodley. Well done, Jake Paul, you actually made it. So in this video, I just thought I would share my thoughts on the fight and just share what I think of the fight and the analysis and shenanigans that happened. So yeah, here we go. So firstly, what I have to say about Jake Paul is this. He's actually fought someone that can actually fucking take a punch, throw a punch, and is actually good at the fucking sport. So in the past, he's fought Anison Gibb, which was, I mean, we basically forced him to fight him pretty much, you know. We basically said, Gibb, fight Jake Paul, and, you know, we'll love you and respect you. And he fucking lost.
Take control of the fight early.
Yes, you got it.
Anison Gibb was crap. I'm just going to put it out there. Then he fought Nate Robinson, which wasn't even a fucking boxer. He was a basketball player.
Paul moving in for the... That was a sweet speed takedown, frankly!
And then he fought Ben Askren, and Ben Askren had a hip replacement, and he was just absolutely shit at striking and fucking throwing a punch. And he couldn't really even take a punch.
Get my money, Jake! Get my motherfucking money, Jake!
But now, Tyrone Woodley is an actual fucking threat to Jake Paul. He is, and he still is. So what I've got to say about the fight is this. I believe that it should have been a draw. I don't think anyone won. I think Jake underestimated Tyrone, and I definitely think that Tyrone was pretty good at the fucking sport. So on Monday, I actually stayed up until 5 in the morning to watch the fight live with my mate Jack, and we watched it live, and we were a bit disappointed because Jake Paul fucking won. So going round by round, round 1, round 2, Tyrone Woodley was checking out Jake Paul, seeing what he's like, seeing how he fights, seeing, you know, the type of skills and how much he can actually take, etc, etc. If Tyrone Woodley just did that for 1 round, I'm sure he would have fucking won the rest of the fight. But he took about 2 to 3 rounds of just seeping in as much energy, and he was... That's what pissed me off. I'm sat there in the sofa with fucking Jack saying, fucking hurry up, Tyrone, do something, do something! And he didn't do anything, so, which was a shame. Now, round 3, 4, 5, and 6... No, how many? It was 8 rounds, wasn't it? Shit, yeah, it was 8 rounds. So Jake Paul's definitely won round 1, 2, and 3, because Tyrone Woodley did fuck all. And I truly believe round 4 was a draw. Round 4 was definitely a draw between Jake Paul and Tyrone Woodley. And then rounds 5, 6, and 7, and 8, Tyrone Woodley fucking won it all. He won both of those rounds. And I think he generally either won the fight or it was a draw. There were times when fucking Tyrone Woodley was throwing Jake Paul a massive uppercut. He got all dizzy. He went onto the ropes like fucking WWE Super Slam or whatever the fuck it's called. John Cena. He then goes back. And the thing is, Tyrone Woodley just, when he's on the ropes, just stands there like he's waiting for a fucking bus. I mean, you could have at least given him another punch to take him down. I think it was the aggression that Tyrone Woodley lacked of. He lacked the aggression to go and fight Jake Paul, which was a shame. Just by that, Jake Paul had won the fight. I think he won it by more aggression. He had better footwork. He was generally the better boxer because he had more aggression and he had more oomph in him. Whereas Tyrone Woodley, you know, he was there like, oh, I ain't get paid enough for this shit. I'm just gonna fucking just stay there. I've done my bit. I've done my bit now. I watched the True Geordie podcast the other day with True Geordie, and fuck me, True Geordie is always licking Jake Paul's ass. He's there like, oh Jake, I love you. He's there like, when you knocked Tyrone Woodley out. When did we see that? When did we see that? And Jake Paul even said in the podcast that he's been fighting bigger, stronger guys in the ring, and that Tyrone Woodley would be an easy fight.
I've been in there with tougher guys than Woodley, and they haven't been able to land those big punches on me. I think the fight on August 29th should be easy.
Are you for real?
He hasn't got a fucking clue.
Are you delusional?
Stop! Are you that stupid?
Did I stutter, dickhead?
So why didn't you win? Why didn't you win? Because surely if it was an easier fight, you would have won the fight. You would have won the fight 100%. And you didn't. Answer me that, bitch. So judging on the title of this thumbnail, judging on the title of this video, what is next for Jake Paul? Well, I think I've got the fucking answer for that. Now, for all you Brits out there, or Americans, you might know of a YouTuber or a video titled Danny G Rage. Now, Danny G, if you don't know, he's from Smethwick, Birmingham.
Fucking Birmingham, Smethwick.
And he is kind of like he's a boxer. He does lots of boxing. He's a big lad, okay? If you check out his YouTube channel, link in the description. He is a big lad. He could even destroy me in the ring.
Bang! I hit him, right? Knocked him clean the fuck out.
You know something, you little cunt? Do you know something, you little cunt? Do you know what I mean? I've gripped them, pulled them towards me. And please, Danny, please don't. Got all floppy in my hands and that. Please don't, please. Don't tap my nose. Please.
Smashed his head up against the wall. Bang, 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 bang.
So yeah, you come to my house. I will come out my house and fucking kill ya. With pleasure.
And I've recently just seen Danny G's video on the Jake Paul versus Tyrone Woodley fight. And I reckon he calls out Jake Paul. He calls out Jake Paul saying, I just want 50 grand, fight me, fucking fight me. And I want Danny G versus Jake Paul to motherfucking happen. Danny G versus Jake Paul coming to fucking Staples Center, USA on the fucking 28th of November. That's what I'm fucking calling it in my head. Yeah, there we go. I really want Danny G versus Jake Paul fight to happen. And I think it will just be funny for the memes. But also, I think Danny G has got a chance of beating this guy. Have you seen his speed? Have you seen his technique? Far better than Jake's. Far better. And Danny G ain't even fucking pro boxing. He hasn't even been into the gym, into the fucking ring with an actual person.
People are going to know by watching my channel I'm a fucking monster. They'll be actually concerned for your safety, bro. If they watch my videos, they'll be concerned for your safety, Jake. Your own fans will say, do not fight Danny, because he's going to fucking kill you.
But yeah, going forward, I think Danny G versus Jake Paul should happen. I think Danny G's got this in the bag. I think Jake Paul's going to lose. I'll make another video on that explaining if you want me to. Tyson Fury's little brother, Tommy Fury, also did another fight the other day on the undercard. I don't know about him, to be honest. First of all, it was only 4 rounds. I think it could have gone to the 8 and then he could have had a knockout. He was a lot heavier, a lot stronger, and a lot taller than this other guy. So why couldn't he knock him out? Why couldn't he knock him out? That's the question. I don't think Tommy Fury's got knockout ability, just like Logan Paul. Because Logan Paul could have knocked out Floyd Mayweather, but he couldn't. So there's having knockout power, and then there's having like the aggression and shit. And that also leads me on to Jake Paul's next opponent, fucking KSI. I don't think KSI should fight Jake Paul, mainly because I think he's gonna fucking lose. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate from this video or for saying that, but I think he's gonna lose. Frankly, because Jake Paul's up here and KSI he's down here. Maybe it's because we haven't seen him, training. Maybe he's a lot better than he was. Maybe he could beat Jake Paul. But I just wouldn't want to see my boy KSI fucking maybe lose to Jake Paul. Because if we're saying that, KSI can beat Jake Paul, we're saying that he can beat Nate Robinson, which he could. He could beat Ben Askren, which he could. But we're basically saying that he could beat Tyrone Woodley and maybe even Tommy Fury. Which he wouldn't be against Tommy Fury, no way. So yeah, those are my thoughts. That's my rambling on. That's my thoughts. Jake Paul versus Tyrone Woodley. It should have been a draw. I reckon it should have been a draw. But it was the aggression that Jake Paul had that made him win the fight. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stick around for more content. And I'll see you in the ring, Daddy G. See you later. Do you know what? I think it's time for me to go into the boxing ring. So, let's call someone out.